Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the all-new 2023 Toyota Tundra SR5. Before we get into this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Toyota here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Tundra. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Mitch. And then on a side note, if you can save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy 17 around town and then 22 on the highway with power outputs being 389 horsepower and then 479 pound-feet of torque. Before we go over the front end, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you're probably not going to be able to see things very well because, well, this is a white truck, but you've got distinctive raised sections on either side. And then down below, we've got the LED headlights, and then you guys can see the normal Toyota logo there. This actually does have the 360 camera system, so there's a camera below the Toyota logo, Tundra logo right there with the fog lights integrated into the grille, and then parking sensors as well. And altogether, I do think that the new Tundra looks pretty cool from a front end perspective. Still no tow hooks though. Tire and wheel setup is 265, 70, 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see with the wheel design, just a basic silver wheel, nothing too crazy happening there. The new Tundra does utilize independent front suspension. And then with the side view here, you can see those prominent fender flares there that contrast the white paint. You got the Tundra badge, and then notice the window trim is all blacked out. There is a chrome SR5 badge there on the back, and this also does have the rear air suspension. And if you're wondering, that's what the rear air suspension looks like. If you don't get the rear air suspension, then you've got the new multi-link in the back end. Now here's our key fob for the new Tundra. We've got our unlock function, our lock function, and lower down for the tailgate. Now this Tundra has the fancy schmancy composite bed, but it also has the Tundra like cover, so it's like double protected, I suppose. We have a power outlet here in the back, and then you guys can see with the lights. Payload capacity 1,395 pounds. Now with the tailgate, just lift it up like that, pretty straightforward. We've got the new style of Tundra taillights here, which look pretty sweet. Tundra stamped into the tailgate, and then notice the Toyota logo is all blacked out. Parking sensors there at the bottom. And you know, I think the back end looks pretty good. If you guys are wearing towing capacity, it's like right around 10,000 pounds roughly. Now here is the rear door panel, so just hard touch there at the top, but we do have nice padding down below where you're going to rest your arm, window control, and then you can see tons of storage here on the door panel itself. And then this has the upgraded seats you can get with the SR5, which are really cool. You've got like that military print design in the center, and well, it's also perforated. Something else to mention with the seats is you can kind of like pick it up and just kind of like muscle it there, and then it'll stay in place, and then you do have storage space underneath, and then just pull that strap and the seat will pop back down. Legroom here in the back of the Tundra is fantastic. We've got this little storage pocket, we've got some cup holders, more storage space, and a full power outlet. And then headroom's also really good. And yes, we do have a cup holder armrest. This does have keyless entry if you're wondering. We do have padding here at the top, just like down below. And then we've got all of our window controls here, door lock and unlock, mirror adjustment, and then the mirrors do power fold in. They also have blind spot monitoring, and then tons of storage space on the door panel. With the front seats here, they have that same cool design as what you have in the rear, and they are also power adjustable. Pretty standard pedal layout, and then we have stuff for like the cargo light, the auto stop start, odometer stuff, and then your rear collision assistance if you turn that off, and then also to pop on the outlet, and steering wheel is manually adjustable. With the steering wheel, we've got really nice padding here at the top and at the bottom. It's perforated here on the sides so you can get a slightly better grip. This does have adaptive cruise control as well as lane keep assist. We've got your volume voice command controls on the other side, phone controls as well. Turn signal light stock, windshield wiper stock. We've got the center gauge cluster here, mostly analog. We do have a screen there in the center, which we can scroll through to see different bits of info on the truck. Again, pretty standard Toyota stuff overall. What's not so standard is it shows us where the suspension's at. So N is for neutral, so it's just in the normal ride height. Now in reverse, you can see we've got a massive backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, I should say the camera view rather. And yes, this does have the full 360 camera system, which is fantastic. I mean, you can see out of every single angle, including the bed. And this does have like an off-road view as well, which is pretty cool when you put it in four-wheel low. And so yeah, just a nice camera system. And And we aren't done with the camera system because I can press this button and it gives us this 360 shot. Yeah, interesting. Anyways, as for the rest of the infotainment system, very bright. We've got a shortcut bar here on the side, and this is the larger infotainment system you can get with the Tundra. You can get a smaller unit. Smaller unit basically functions the same, but you know what? I guess bigger is better, right? Dual zone climate controls down below. This is actually a radio control. I love how like chunky it feels. We do have heated seats here for the front passengers, and then USB action. We have this for our trailer backup system. That's for the camera. You guys can see with the stability control, hazard lights. That is to set the suspension to manual mode, and then this is to raise and lower the suspension. And then we got our good old-fashioned auto hold with a parking brake. Shifter for that 10-speed automatic. It does have a manual shift function built in. Definitely feels like you're doing something substantial with it, which is pretty fun. Tons of storage space here in the front. As you can see, I mean, this is like massive. We've got the cup holders, and then have the opening here in the center console. And opening up the center console, even more storage space, USBs, coin holders. I mean, it's got everything. And it's nice padding on the top. We've got our drive line select. So the new Tundra just has 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low. There is no 4-wheel auto. And then our drive mode select, and then our tow haul mode. So just press that, that'll pop into tow haul mode. And with the drive modes, well, there are a few different drive modes. We have normal, eco, and sport that we can go into. Pretty straightforward. We got more storage space here on the dash just above the glove box, which is massive. And yeah, got that new utilitarian look that Toyota's kind of going for with their vehicles across the rest of the dash. And then up top here, we have a lighter colored headliner, light controls, and the whole window goes down. I love that feature. I almost forgot to show you guys, this also has the camera mirror. Now here's our window sticker for this 23 Tundra. You guys can see all the standard equipment with this particular one, again being an SR5, and this one has quite a few options thrown on it too. So base MSRP is already $47,000, and then this has quite a few options. Big ticket item there is the SR5 Premium package, which I think is probably worth it. Anyways, total MSRP on this one, $57,149, and let's take it back to its parking space. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both of the mirrors do blind spot monitoring. And then throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set off. And I will talk about the air suspension because I have driven some new Tundras with the air suspension. And then I will also talk about just the new Tundra in general. Kind of my thoughts, what you should get package-wise and all that. And I do have to say, I am so glad to be back inside this truck because it is, you know, it's 43 degrees outside, which isn't like super frigid, but like it was just 70 degrees a few days ago, so my body still isn't like used to the cold. So I feel like a penguin right now. I don't know. Anyways, with the Tundra itself, I really like these seats. I think that getting, you know, the TRD Sport or the premium package with the SR5 is worth it for these seats because it's really comfortable, and the seats look fantastic. And yeah, I just think that that's the route that you should go. And then when it comes to the air suspension, I think it's worth it if you're going to be towing often to have that auto level set up, or again, you can manually level it if you choose, which is cool. But yeah, I think that's definitely worth doing if you're going to be towing all the time. Now, aside from that, if you're not going to be towing, the standard suspension is really good still. It's very comfortable. With the ride quality, they honestly ride about the same. The air suspension trucks like this might ride a little bit you know, smoother, but it's not as big of a difference as you would think. I know this is like the most boring driving viewpoint ever for you guys, but anyways, aside from that, the other thing is with the powertrains, I've driven the new hybrid as well as this powertrain, and there's not as big of a difference as I would suspect. Now the fuel economy is a little better with the hybrid, but it's also more expensive. And so like, now that I know like everything I know about the new Tundra, here's how I would spec things out. I would get basically this truck, not air suspension because I don't tow often enough for it to really be worth it. But everything else that this truck has, like this is how I would spec it out. And then I would just get stuff after the fact to kind of like spruce things up. So I'd probably take off the SR5 badges to make it, you know, not so chromy, I guess. And then I would just do like, you know, the blacked out TRD wheels with some all-terrain tires and just give it some, you know, muscle with the appearance. And I think this just makes sense with the new Tundra, because the new Tundra has this like utilitarian look in the interior. And so like, don't get me wrong, the capstone's nice, but, or you know, like a Limited's nice, but like this interior really fits this package better. Because when you go to like a fully loaded Tundra, it's like, you have like the weird mix between luxury and then the utilitarian look, and it's, I don't know, it kind of clashes a little bit, whereas this just makes sense. Let me know what you guys think about the new Tundra. Let me know what you think about the packaging, which one you'd go for, but I think SR5 Premium is the route to go, which is usually the route to go with most Toyotas. That's gonna sum things up with today's video on this Tundra. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Schmiller Toyota here in Murray for giving me some time with this Tundra. Check out the info in the description down below. Ask for Mitch if you have any questions. I'll see you.